Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very cool game on ladder. On the top left, it's Mr. Starbuck. We are playing on Warcraft Champions. Two very best players that are left on Warcraft Champions. They are not playing on KK platform. They are playing here on Warcraft Champions. And it's Mr. Starbuck. And Mr. Starbuck is coming back to his Archmage technologies versus Mr. TesioG. Maybe because TesioG is well known as an anti-polar rifle expert. He won versus Toxi during Raralan. Toxi was playing polar rifle, a new polar rifle player from France, Mr. Toxi. And later in Makura Cup number 2, he was able to defeat Professor Lem's mighty Professor Lemes, but it was a full best of 7, 4 points for Mr. TesioG, 3 points for Mr. Lemes. Very close games. Maybe that's why Mr. Starbuck is warming up his Archmage, and ladies and gentlemen, it interests me what is going to happen here. As we can see, he's going for the expansion creep. Of course, we don't know if it's going to be expansion or not. Human can just go back, but I think if Human would like to creep something big as a first camp on this particular map on the springtime, I would recommend, ladies and gentlemen, going for the Mer camp, because Mer camp drops better item and you can buy Mercs. Of course, on springtime Mercs are not that powerful. And ladies and gentlemen, Farseer is going to the main base. Mr. Starbuck is ready for it. He's pulling militia. I think he's not going to expand. With usage of militia like that, he will have very little lumber. Item is on Mr. Starbuck, is ring +4. We all know what Mr. Todd from France, Mr. Yuan Merlot, Messier, would say about the ring drop. It's not going to help a lot. And ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, Mr. Starbuck got level 2 faster, but he needs to pay the price of low lumber. He used a lot of militia, both to creep and to handle the wolf harass, but yes, he is level 2. As we can see, Orc is playing headhunters, Orc is already teching. Human is taking as well. Okay, there was a lot of lumber actually. So the situation is looking okay-ish for Mr. Starbuck. Farseer still has 0 experience, and the last hit on the Mammoth goes to Mr. TesioG. Starbuck has level 2, TesioG was 0 experience, but now he has more. Ladies and gentlemen, creeps denied the wolf, you know, every experience point counts. But yes, in general, Archmage is creeping much faster, especially because Archmage, as we can see, is operating with 3 footies, even 4, and ladies and gentlemen, even 5, okay. But ladies and gentlemen, if you make a lot of footies before tech, usually you are not going to play Rifle Caster. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Starbuck is doing a little bit of a... It surprised me that he's still going to play Rifle Caster, because he's even investing into defense. Okay, so it's like a little bit weird variation. We don't see that often these days. And let's see how is he going to deal with it. How he's going to do it, like what is going to be the result? Is it going to be positive or negative? We'll see about that. What I can see, of course, is Mr. Starbuck amazing footy micro. He's pulling back all of the red HP footies, but he's power building the shop, and Mr. TesioG feels the blood in the water, so to speak, and he's going in. Ladies and gentlemen, defense is almost online, but all of those footies are dying. What about the headhunters? Mr. TesioG has beautiful micro as well. The wolf got surrounded, but so what? We need to kill the footies before the defense. Defense is here now. The Farseer wants to get one more hit, but this footman survives on literally 8 HP. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. TesioG is brave, but there is a, you know, there is a limit to being brave and stupid. But of course, I'm kidding. Yes, he went a little bit too deep. He was trying to get some low HP footies, and he lost one headhunter as the result. Those wolves, they have one job only: cancel the healing. I think Mr. TesioG is predicting where Starbuck is going to be. What is he going to creep? Of course, with the Arcane Tower, harassing is hard. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is actually no Arcane Tower, so that's why Militia will be forced. TesioG is healing nicely, but Starbuck is here with defense, and Starbuck is here with the Beastmaster, and the idea is to deal as much damage to the structure as possible. and to limit the healing time. Bear is looking for fragile headhunters. Remember, the tavern heroes are, you know, you can hire them immediately. And look at this defensive position for the bestiary. Okay, Farseer is in a much better shape now. But Mr. TesioG is waiting for his hero. He's waiting for the Tauren Chieftain. I don't even know, are we going to see Aura, Stomp, or Shockwave? Usually we use Shockwave versus Footies, and yes, TC is back. TC is helping versus TC is helping versus defend Footies, and actually 2 of them are dead. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Starbuck and Mr. TesioG are trading nicely. And look at those bears. Okay, another healing solve used. Okay, I think on paper it's looking good for Mr. TesioG because for the following reasons, right? Beastmaster is not as strong in the late game as MK, but he's stronger in the early game, I think, you know, in this laming situation. So, the damage that Starbuck dealt is not very impressive. And because Starbuck is playing Rifle Caster, his power spike will hit later than usual, right? So, because of that, I think there is a lot of time. There is a lot of time that Mr. TesioG can use. And my question is, are we going to see Shamans versus Beastmaster second? I think we have to go for Dispel. Ladies and gentlemen, who got the last hit? Mr. Starbuck got the Momooth. And I thought for a moment that this bear is a part of the creeps. But no, ladies and gentlemen, it's just a bear from Beastmaster. Archmage is just on level 2. Beastmaster, as we know, spent his time harassing, not creeping. So, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, the game is more than over. The opposite. The game is open. Both players have very similar chances. And look, bear versus bear. Bear versus bear. They look the same. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle, but Mr. Starbuck with militia already. His lumber is low though. So he can't just go crazy with militia, and they are fighting over Orc Magi. Okay, the shockwave on militia, Mr. Okay, the Orc Magi will survive to see another day. Another summon is here, yes, the Spirit Lodge is on the way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, shockwave! I don't know who got the experience, probably Mr. Starbuck. And there is a big invul for Mr. Bucky. He can play more aggressive. Deny on the bear, that's good. Shamans, yes, but it takes some time to make Shamans. And also remember about the rifles. It's probably not that easy to keep them alive. And Mr. Starbuck is marching. Mr. Starbuck lumber is very limited, but he has just enough lumber. And now he will kill one headhunter. Denied. TesioG floating the gold. This is probably true. I mean, this is true. Dot. Okay, but he's trying to produce. Mr. Starbuck is just pushing. Yeah, it's not that easy to micro and control everything. Militia is coming. Mr. TesioG is trying to connect into the rifles, and his TC is down. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a nice example of constant pressure. I think the title of the YouTube video is going to be Constant Pressure with Beastmaster versus Orc. Because yes, after the fights in the human base, all of the action moved to the Orc base, and the Beastmaster pressure was too much. This is a Flow TV, Mr. SNS. I'm not a Chinese, I'm not Polish BBC, because Mr. BBC, the Chinese BBC, the great tournament organizer, he would be probably organize some cool show matches, but me, I'm just watching Flow TV. Roger there. Roger dead. So yes. When is Hapa show match? $700 and we can make it happen. Probably more, because he doesn't know me. Pressure makes diamonds. Yes, this is true, Mr. Half. I hope that Mr. TesioG is going to use this experience and he's going to, you know, benefit from the practice game versus mighty Starbuck. And let me tell you, Starbuck showed his power. GG, ladies and gentlemen. That was a nice example of this pressure. And I hope that, yes, pressure make diamonds. Mr. TesioG, well played. And I don't know what you should make better. It was quite nice.